Hello, I'm Peter Chernin from the Harbours Medical Practice, and this is a short video about COPD and how best to manage your condition. Well, we're back behind the bike sheds to tell you some good news about smoking. Because if you've got COPD, it is never too late to stop smoking. At any stage, it'll make a huge difference to your lung capacity and your chances of having a chest infection. And remember, we want you to feel absolutely brilliant about every cigarette that you don't smoke. So if you're still smoking 10 cigarettes a day and you manage to reduce it to 9 to 8 to 7, well, good on you, fantastic. If you do manage to stop completely, you should feel amazing, and don't forget to tell everybody how you did it. And just have a think about what it is that you get out of smoking. Do you enjoy it? If it just makes you less anxious, maybe there's something else that will do the same thing. And think about nicotine replacement therapy. About 20% of the addiction to these cigarettes is to the nicotine. So we can help you with that bit. The other 80%, I'm afraid it's down to you. Well, behind me is the North Berwick Fire Station. And like in asthma, in COPD you're likely to have inhalers to try and help you with your breathing. And the types of inhaler are pretty similar. So it's helpful to think about them as preventers and relievers, or safety and rescue inhalers. So you're likely to have an inhaler that you use every single day. This is your preventer or your safety inhaler. And taking this every day is your insurance policy to open up your airways and to try and reduce the chances of you having a chest infection, if you do get one, to try and make it less severe. The other type of inhaler is your rescue inhaler or your reliever inhaler, and this is the one to take out with you just in case you do get breathless and you need to be rescued or put out the fire. Well, if you've got COPD, we'd recommend that you keep a course of standby medication in the house. Both prednisolone, which is a steroid if you're feeling a lot more short of breath, and an antibiotic such as amoxicillin if you're either bringing up a lot more phlegm or that phlegm is very discoloured. If you've got COPD, it can feel like you're climbing up a hill a lot of the time, and it's not always easy to know when is the right time to start on those medications. Recently, we've been a bit worried that people with COPD end up having too many courses of both antibiotics and steroids, which can actually lower your immunity if you take them too frequently. So if you're not sure whether you should start on them, please get in touch. And if you're feeling more breathless, well, try your inhaler first. You might not need to start on the steroid medication. This is about take number 8, and I'm considering starting on the inhaler, and I may need the steroids. Now, next up, it's about moving more. Walking is a fantastic way of actually increasing your lung capacity and improving your COPD. It also really helps us keep track of your condition. So, are you breathless when you're hurrying or going up a slight hill? Are you noticing that you're having to walk a bit slower than your contemporaries on the flat, or stop because of your breathlessness? Or can you only manage 100 metres or a few minutes, even walking at your own pace? Hopefully, by stopping smoking, using your inhalers and taking more exercise, you could even see an improvement in your condition. Well, we've come back to school to talk about pulmonary rehabilitation. What on earth is it? Well, it's a structured education and exercise program for people with COPD. The classes are about twice a week for 6 to 8 weeks, and they're run by professionals who are experts in helping you manage your COPD. The studies show that it's actually one of the most effective things that you can do to improve your lung health. But the best thing about it is that you get to learn about COPD, learn how to exercise safely together with your peers, with your mates, just like you did back at school. Well, we breathe over 25,000 times a day, and most of those breaths are unconscious. We don't even need to think about it. But that can change if you've got COPD and those breaths become a struggle. So it's not surprising that having COPD can have a huge effect on your mental health and well-being. It can make you anxious, it can make you down, and it can make you depressed. But doing something about any of those problems can actually improve your COPD. And the weird thing about breathing is it's one of the only unconscious processes in our body that we can actually exert some conscious control over. And doing so, learning to control our breathing, maybe by breathing better through our nose, can actually really make you feel less anxious, and they can make you feel less down. So please, 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 if you're struggling with your mental health, talk to somebody. Come and see us. We might be able to help. Well, finally, this is a reminder not to ignore any warning signs that we may be missing something other than COPD. So if you're getting very frequent chest infections, if you're coughing up any blood, if you're losing weight, if you're getting chest pain, then please let us know. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully there are some tips there that's going to help you more confidently manage your COPD now that you've stopped smoking. Thank you so much. Stay safe.